Okay, friends, let's go ahead and begin our practice. Finding yourself in a comfortable, easy seat or seated on a chair. We'll go ahead and begin to connect with our bodies, with our breath. Taking a full inhale into the upper belly and a full exhale down into the sit bones, into the tailbone. Inhaling up through the crown of the head and exhaling through the shoulders, the neck, releasing and relaxing down into the sit bones. Connecting with your breath, with your body, and beginning to slow down through the breath. Maybe our eyes begin to soften down, or our gaze comes right and directly into the space in front of you. Maybe you start to gaze towards your nose or your chin. As we allow ourselves to connect with this new moon in Sagittarius, happening tomorrow evening, our time. The new moon carries with it themes of expansion, playfulness, dreaming big, which being the last new moon of the year is fitting for the new year themes that come with fresh starts, rebirths, and newness. Continuing to breathe into the belly, to exhale and continue to ground down, down, down through the sit bones, the legs, the feet. This new moon invites us to find your courage, to have faith, and to believe in yourself. No matter how big or how small that might be. This new moon invites us to be playful, to get curious, maybe even to expand our knowledge and invite in view through new perspectives. This new moon also invites us to remain grounded, being present, which we can do through our breath, and prioritize kindness and compassion for yourself and others. So just connecting with these themes, these energies as at play for tomorrow's new moon. Let's go ahead and rub the palms of the hands together. Creating a little heat between the palms. And bringing the thumbs into the sternum. Pressing the palms together just slightly. Continuing to breathe into the upper belly. We're just acknowledging here our presence. We're opening the space for our practice. We're going to open the space. Usually I do an Om. Tonight we'll do an Om Namo Gurudev Namo. It's connecting with that golden thread of ascended masters and all those who've come before us. Maybe even inviting the energy of those who have loved you into being up until this point in your life. You're welcome to chant along or just listen. This is the opening Adi mantra of the Western Kundalini Yoga system. Let's take an inhale and an exhale. An inhale to prepare. We'll chant this 3 times all together. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. If it's in your practice to engage Mahaband, please do so. Suspending through the breath and exhale, hands come down, palms face up on the knees. Sit within the vibration. Noticing how you were feeling before and now how you're feeling. Maybe a little more grounded, maybe curious. All of it's welcome here. Listening to your body this evening, as always. Palms come face down on the knees. Let's begin to move into our divine grind. Siriom, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Just rotating around the sit bones. Giving yourself grace, being gentle as we circle, allowing the heart to guide, inhaling forward and exhaling back. What is your intention for this new moon? Maybe even for this season? As the winter solstice is only a few days ahead. The winter solstice, a cultivation of release, healing, and integration as we shift into the newness of a different cycle. So, what are we even releasing? Let's go ahead and take a couple more rotations on this side, and with the hands as our guide, reversing directions, inhaling the heart forward and exhaling back. Even though this new moon is not a full moon, where release is a little bit more energetically abundant, this solstice and these last 12 days after the solstice do set us up for a sort of release. maybe old conditions, old story, past stuff that just doesn't serve the evolution of you stepping into 2026. Let's take 3 more rotations on this side. And then very gradually allowing yourself to spiral a little smaller and a little smaller, coming back into stillness at the center, feeling that transition from movement to quietude, doing to being. Maybe there's a resistance. Maybe you want to keep moving, and please do so. Maybe you lean into that resistance and say, hey, I see you. Whatever is, it's all welcome. Let's go ahead and stretch the legs out in front of us. Life nerve stretch, seated forward fold. Inhaling through the crown of the head and an exhale to hinge the hips forward. Knees can be bent. Breathing here, connecting with that pillar of light from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. Maybe the chin tucks, the spine stays as straight as possible. And by straight, it includes the natural curves of the spine. Taking full inhales here. Inhale to create space in the body, and an exhale to forward fold just ever so slightly more. This new moon is about expanding. Imagine yourself expanding here so that you have greater impact in your own life and in the world around you. Opening up so you can share that peace and joy that comes from within and from believing in yourself fully. Acknowledging that the body is where the body is today. There's no good, no bad, right or wrong. It simply just is. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhaling fully and exhaling to release. And then inhale, the hands help creep back up the legs, coming back into staff pose. Toes point towards the ceiling, the sky. And let's just feel ourselves here as we root down with the exhale. Maybe how we have a slight upward movement in the pelvic floor, engaging that energy up as we inhale, and exhale, release. And letting this go. Let's inhale, bringing the soles of the feet together in butterfly. Wherever those feet come, wherever the hands would like to grasp the shins, the ankles, the feet. We're inhaling up into the crown and an exhale, forward fold wherever it's comfortable for yourself. Breathing into the inner thighs, the hips. Allowing yourself to just begin to dream up. Dream up where you see yourself. Opening yourself to possibilities, potentials, timelines that we can't even contextualize in our small mind. Taking one more deep inhale and exhale. And inhale to creep back up to center, just sitting for a moment to feel inside yourself. Noticing all of the subtleties, the mental, the emotional, the physical, the energetic spaces in the body. We are not just one, we are the whole. Taking one more inhale and exhale, let it go. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves over to our hands and our knees for a nice cat-cow. Finding that nice spiraling up the arms, eyes of the elbows face each other, anchoring and rooting down the hands like they're small suction cups. Hopefully my stripes aren't blinding you. I noticed maybe stripes might not be the best idea on a Zoom, but here we are anyways. Let's begin to inhale, belly to drop, crown of the head, hips come high. Engaging the core, we're not collapsing here. We're exhaling, pulling the belly button up towards the spine. And an inhale to drop. An exhale to arch, moving with your breath, feeling inside your body. For those with a little bit more of an energetic background or looking to move Kundalini from the bottom up to the upper chakras, upper triangle, as the spine warms, you can begin to move with your breath in a little bit faster cadence. If you do have a hard time sleeping at night, please stick with a softer and slower cadence, as this does increase the air element within the body. Whenever you feel as though you need a break or coming down to child's pose, we'll be here for just a little bit longer. And we're here for 3. We'll inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. We'll exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, table. Big toes to touch, knees come wide. Exhale, child's pose. Relax, release. The third eye melts to the earth, mat, blanket, or block. Allowing yourself to deeply surrender here in child's pose for a moment. Feeling the weight of the hips, the breath from the torso on the legs, the shoulders sliding down the back, the head, the neck soft. What is it time to surrender in your life? Noticing along the spine, from the base of the spine, all the way up to the crown of the head, just noticing the back body, the back of the heart as you breathe. We're here for 3 more breaths. And then wiggling the fingers, we'll go ahead and prop ourselves back up into a tabletop position. Finding that nice neutral spine. Let's go ahead and extend the right leg out. So maybe the left knee props a little bit more in to the midline as the right heel is directly out and back. We'll go ahead and take one more inhale here. And then exhale, let's slide that right knee through, coming into a nice pigeon. So we'll set ourselves up here for a moment, breathing into that left hip flexor. Relaxing through the shoulders. And when it's time for you to exhale down, we can always bring a bolster, blanket, or block right here underneath the body to help support. We can also have one underneath the right hip as well. Allowing yourself to melt down, down, down as we breathe into that right glute. What's happening in this leg underneath is the toes are pointing back. The calf muscle is resting just outside to protect that knee. Oftentimes, you'll see the traditional classic pose where the shin is parallel to the small side of the mat. I've ceased practicing that way and invite people to try it this way to protect the knee a little more. So let's breathe here in this pigeon for a moment. As you open yourself up to that new moon energy, remaining grounded and present, practicing that loving kindness to your body, to your mind, to yourself. Continuing to inhale into that right glute and exhale. That fascia, that soft tissue muscle will begin to release a little more and more the longer we're here. If there's any pain at all, please do move gracefully out of this. Allowing gravity, allowing your breath to guide space back into that hip. Maybe you notice emotions that you didn't even think were there might start to come up. Giving yourself the opportunity here to acknowledge and be with those emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, maybe it's exuberance and joy, and maybe nothing at all. We're here for just a little longer. So breathing, staying present. And we're taking 3 more breaths into this hip. And then, with as much ease as we found ourselves here, we'll give ourselves that same opportunity as we inhale onto the hands. Maybe tuck the left toes. We'll slide the knee back out from underneath us. We'll come to a tabletop. If you feel called to also move into downward dog or triangle, you're always welcome. Even a child's pose, wherever you're headed in your practice, is always welcome. Just noticing and feeling the difference from one side to the next. And then when you feel satiated and your integration on that side, we'll come back to our table, engage the core. We'll move that right knee to the midline. We'll inhale the left leg here. Just feeling that strength, feeling that courageousness, lighting up those muscles. And with one more inhale, then exhale to slide that left knee through. We'll do pigeon on the other side. Give yourself a moment to breathe here into that right hip flexor. The left toes point behind us. The left calf muscle lies just outside, but inside the left thigh, left hamstring. And when you feel called on your exhale, allowing the torso to come down, down, down. Maybe we prop something underneath the left hip. Maybe we allow ourselves to fold over a bolster, a pillow. Wherever we are, we stay with our breath. Inhaling to create space in the fascia, the tissue, and exhale to release tension. Also releasing emotion. Getting curious about sensation happening, emotion rising. Noticing if the mental body, the mind, wants to bring in chatter or thought that might not serve your best interest right now. And just allowing that mental body, that monkey mind, to go and coming back to the breath. Continuing to notice the expansion of the tissues in the left glute. And maybe you're feeling this in a completely different area, and that's normal too. And let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhaling space and exhaling tension. And then with our next inhale, we very slowly and mindfully help ourselves to our hands, tuck our right toes, sliding mindfully that left knee back out, and moving ourselves through a little movement, downward dog, triangle, cat cow, child's pose, wherever you're feeling called to go. And when you feel complete, we'll go ahead and roll ourselves over to the sit bones. Let's leave those legs long out front for a moment. Just noticing. And then coming back to easy seat or your chair, your soft seat, wherever that is. Giving ourselves a moment here to inhale through the crown of the head, to exhale to ground down, down, down through the sit bones, the legs, the feet, really envisioning that lower part of your body as roots of a tree. Anchoring down, imagining it going through the soil, through the substrate, all the way down into the crystalline iron core of the earth. And as we stay anchored here, we'll begin to roll through the neck, making big circles with the chin. If your neck is delicate, just rolling mindfully in front of the chest. Really dispersing the energy up into the upper chakras. And if you have no idea what a chakra is, that's okay. Taking a couple more rotations on this side. And then mindfully, with intention, reversing directions, rotating in the opposite direction. And allowing yourself to come back to stillness when you feel complete. Let's bring the hands down by the hips. We're going to inhale either arm up and exhale, find a nice C-shaped curve with the spine. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale opposite arm, exhale C shape. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's move in this pattern along with your breath, really tapping into that feeling of expansion. Breathing, of course, into the side body. If you feel called to linger on one of those sides, you're always welcome. Let's take one more on each side. And exhale, release. Let's sit for a moment. Come to Gyan Mudra. Index finger and thumb to touch. Palms face up on the knees. Allow yourself to come back to the breath as your awareness rests in your third eye space, your brow space between the eyes, technically in the very center of the head. Just setting your awareness there, not thinking about anything else, just focusing in the center of your head. As you breathe in and out, third eye gaze. Just allowing yourself to vision or dream. This new moon is about dreaming, and those dreams come from the third eye space. As we continue to inhale up through the crown of the head and exhale down, we have all these things happening simultaneously. Our breath, the energy moving up, moving down. And as we take another inhale, our exhale will allow our energy field to expand at the speed of light, noticing it begin to fill up the space around you, the room you're in, maybe even the next room. Maybe you feel your energy field expand through the house. Just noticing how far you can move into that space of oneness. Reminding ourselves that we have the ability to create whatever we direct our energy towards. And then, no matter how far you've expanded, maybe it's moving and trickling into your town, city, state, country, and the world, we'll bring our energy, our awareness right back in about 10 feet on either side of our body, front and back, top and bottom, our energy egg. And with this energy egg, we'll go ahead and roll ourselves down to our back. Hugging the knees into the chest to begin. Maybe rocking and rolling along the lower back. We'll bring the soles of the feet down to the outside edge of the mat, or about a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Our knees touch in the center, resting on each other. Let's bring our left hand to our heart, our right hand to our stomach, as we begin to wash the legs back and forth. Breathing into the hips, the hip joints, the hip flexors. Taking one more on each side. Inhaling back up to center. Let's step the left foot in just a little bit farther, right in line with the hip. The right ankle comes across the left knee. If this is where we are, to breathe into the hip, we stay here. If we're looking for a little bit more, we can bring that left leg up. We can bring a strap or the hands interlaced behind the left hamstring, and we breathe into the right hip. Taking one more inhale. And an exhale to release. Left sole of the foot comes down. Let's go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. And if it feels okay for you to twist through the left, allowing that outside of the right leg some space. Our back should be mindfully resting on the ground. This is just happening through the lower body here. Taking one inhale and one exhale. And inhale back to center, engaging the core. Let's go ahead and uncross the legs. Right sole of the foot comes down, right in line with the hip. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. We're here, or we're moving into the space that we did the other side. Maybe one side's tighter than the other. Acknowledging that and adjusting for that. There should be noticeable space created from that of pigeon that we did earlier. So just noticing and breathing. Let's take an inhale and an exhale, coming back down, crossing the left leg over, and exhale, falling off to the right side. Taking an inhale and an exhale here. And inhale back up to center, hugging the knees into the chest one final time. And then exhaling the legs, coming all the way down, finding that nice neutral spine for Shavasana, corpse pose, allowing yourself to relax, soften through every cell, every muscle in the body. Noticing the nice natural curves of the spine. Noticing the weight of the legs, the arms, the torso, the face. Allowing any tension from the face, the jaw, the eyes to relax and release. Allowing any mental body chatter to come back to the soft inhale, the soft exhale. allowing yourself to feel the energy that is your own magic. Allowing the consciousness to begin to float as though you might fall asleep, and only coming back to the space when you hear my chimes and my voice next. And very slowly beginning to inhale and exhale. If you're already comfortable in bed, feel free to drop off. If you'd like to inhale and wiggle through the fingers, and exhale to wiggle through the toes. To inhale to stretch the arms up from the tippy toes to the fingertips. As you begin to bend the knees and hug the knees into the chest. Allowing yourself to fall off to the left side of the body. Laying on the fetal position and just feeling this grounded, supportive energy. Allowing yourself to lay here as long as you'd like, so that when it's time, you can share the peace from this out into your world. As we roll over a little farther, the hands will catch us and help guide us back up into an easy seat. The eyes stay soft as we begin to rub through the palms of the hands to close our space. Thumbs coming back into the sternum. Taking a full inhale into the belly. And exhaling down into the sit bones to ground. We'll close our space this evening with one long Sat Nam. Truth is the essence, and my name is Truth. Let's take one more inhale and exhale here. And inhale to prepare. Sat Nam. Inhale. And exhale, allowing yourself to release. Sat Nam, Namaste. Many new moon blessings through this courageous and beautiful solstice and Yule season. Sending love.